I saw a meme online that said, name one thing you've always wanted in a relationship but struggled to find. And I started looking down the, little comment list. It wasn't very long, not many people responded to it. But I found it interesting to see the differences in gender. The women said things like, they wanted love and somebody with that they could trust and respect and who was honest and loyal and offered genuine friendship and reciprocation. And then, of course, somebody had to slip in that unconditional love. A couple of people said that. And, just things that would make an environment nice for both people. It would be, what was going on would be an exchange of energy that was positive and that would bring joy to both individuals. That was from the female side. Let me tell you what these nignogs put. A woman that pulls her weight financially. What does that have to do with anything? That's like, you want that, get a fucking roommate. You know what I mean? I'm like, that doesn't have anything to do with anything. And another guy says peace. Well, you can get peace by not having a relationship. So fuck out of here with that. And another guy says, first of all, a relationship. I thought that was cute. And another guy says loyalty. Now, of course, it makes you wonder, is he willing to offer the same? But, I don't know these people, so I didn't ask. I merely took what they said at face value. Now, this is the part, though, that I want to talk about. The guy who posted this comment right here, and this is what's we're going to talk about in this video. He says, the woman that's afraid, scared is the word he used. The woman being scared of losing me. That's what he wants most, that he hasn't been able to find in a relationship. So I sat there, I must have looked at that for 5 minutes because my mind, how my mind works, I was thinking all kind of stuff. And then I said, well, maybe, instead of me just sitting here thinking about it, I should share my thoughts, especially since I haven't made a video for a minute. I've been busy doing other stuff. But I want to talk about this because in my self-esteem videos and the self-esteem webinars, in the dating webinars, in most of these videos, one of the top subject that I talk about is how men seek to have power in relationships. They have power over you. And the second thing is how they like women with low self-esteem. And if you don't already have low self-esteem, they're going to do everything they can to break you, to make you have low self-esteem. Why? Because when you have low self-esteem, you operate out of a base of fear. And that is what he wants. Now, isn't that some shit? I mean, just like put it out there on Front Street. He wasn't even like embarrassed or anything. I was like, oh my God, these dudes are a trip. So what does it mean though? Because, initially you might say, oh, well, he really just means a woman who, really likes him and who really wants him around and who's gonna, bend over backwards to, be nice to him and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And if you think that, you're dumb, because that's not what that means. That's not what he said. Okay. Don't read what you want into what the man said. I keep giving this a lesson I keep trying to give y'all too. Listen to what they say. Watch what they do. Men are very clear about what they mean and how they feel about you. You don't need to put your own spin on it. Okay? They're going to tell you exactly what time it is if you know how to listen. Okay, but y'all don't want to listen. You want to hear his words and translate it into some kind of, some kind of French, something, I don't even know what kind of language it is. That doesn't at all mean what he said. And see, I don't get that. So when he's talking about he wants a woman who's scared of losing him, what does that mean as far as how that woman would behave? That woman would be terrified of even voicing her opinion if it was contradictory to his. She would do everything that he wants so he won't get angry at her and leave her. She's not going to do anything that she thinks he disapproves of because she doesn't want him to leave her. All of these kinds of things are under the umbrella of, quote, scared of losing me. And we see evidence of this all over all over Facebook and other social media pages, where they'll make some comment, the host or the topic starter, whatever, will make some kind of comment about what would you do, ladies, for your man, and blah, 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 blah. And then you have this whole hundreds of pick-me's that will start chiming in with what all they would do for a man. I mean, and just telling too much of their personal business, and just going into graphic detail about what they would do sexually. I mean, and showing their face right on the profile with their real name. I'm like, ladies, what the hell are you doing? You're losing it. You're losing perspective, and you're losing all sense of decency and respect about yourself. And don't tell me, well, you just being respectability politics. That's some fucking bullshit, and you know it. Would you want your mother and father to see you acting like that? Your little brother, your little sister, to see you acting like that online with your face and their family name beside it, where you talking all that shit about what you do for a scallywag piece of shit nigga? I don't think so. So if you don't come at me like that with that, you have a respectability politics bullshit. Every single family in this planet has standards for behavior for the members of that tribe. Let's call it a tribe. Okay, you don't be going out acting stupid and embarrassing the tribe. You don't do that. But y'all don't seem to have no problem with that kind of behavior, and it really bothers me. So in a situation like this, if you have a man who tells you that he wants you to be afraid of losing him, he's trying to position himself to be the one in power, so that you have no power. He has all of it. He can yank your chain anytime he feels like it, by threatening to leave, by even acting like he's leaving. Now I'm just gonna bounce for a few days or something, till you act right. See, that's guaranteed to send you into a tailspin of insecurity. And that's what he wants. So, you guys got to think about this. My thing is, I will never, ever, ever be afraid of losing a man. You don't own them. Okay, they're not toys. They're not vacuum cleaners. They're not cars. You don't own another human being. And, you can lose it like you lose a ring off your finger. That's just the way it is. He's gone, and that's it. He's on to wherever he is with the next one. And all it means is that you two weren't compatible. It just didn't work out. But does that mean that your life, has ended, and that he's like the only man on the planet? I don't think so. So stop acting like that. Never be afraid of a man walking away from you. If he walks away, he's doing you a favor, because he's freeing you for the man that you really are supposed to be with, which is not him. Okay? Now, my answer on this question, actually, I was the first one to comment. I said the thing I'm looking for is a man that I can stand for more than 20 minutes. And that's true. Because by then they say something stupid and I'm turned off like a light switch. I'm just like, oh. And I lose interest, like totally lose interest. So, I mean, that would be a great start. If I could stand somebody for more than 20 minutes, it would be a fucking miracle. But, I just wanted to kind of touch on this, because it just really triggered so much rage in me to hear somebody think like that, even though I know that's what they all think anyway. They want to have a situation where they're dominant, you're weak, you're needy, you're insecure, your self-esteem is like under a rock. You don't really stand up for yourself. You don't make any demands on them. They don't have to reciprocate. They don't have to do their share. They don't have to do shit but just show up, because you're just so happy that you have a man. You let him walk all over you, and you let him mistreat you, and you let him dog you out and disrespect you, as long as he doesn't leave. See? And that's what he's looking for. Nowhere in there did he say, I'm looking for a lady that, I can love and respect and admire. I'm looking for a woman so we can have a mutually strong, loving relationship and build a family and a future together. None of them said anything like that. That's what the women were saying, but that's not what the men were all about. And this was very telling. So I wanted to share that with you. And if you see a man talking that kind of talk, like, these dudes we see online, these pickup artist types, and, these men talking about what women need to do and how women need to be and what women don't need to have, and how women shouldn't have any nice things because they're just sucking men dry and all that kind of stuff. All of those are indicative of a man wanting a dominant position and wanting to have you underneath his foot. He wants you to need and want him more than he wants and needs you. So he wants you to feel totally insecure about him and bend over backwards and jump through every hoop imaginable to, quote, keep him happy, end quote. Don't do that shit to yourself. Be yourself. I mean, be nice to him if you love him and stuff. I'm not saying don't, just be a bitch, but don't be extra. You give him exactly what he gives you. If he gives you loyalty, then you give it back. If he gives you attention, then you give it back. If he gives you time and focus and does nice things for you, then you do the same for him. But they want to be the leader and shit, so you let him lead. Whatever pace he sets as far as giving and time, attention, and all of those kind of things, and love and all of that, friendship, if he's not giving those things, don't you dare give that shit to him. Don't you dare do that. You give it to somebody who fucking deserves it. And it's somebody who treats you like that does not. All right? Deb Cooper from survivingdating.com. Put your questions down below. We can continue the conversation in the comments. Bye-bye. Now that you've seen some of the grade A content that the Debsterism channel offers, please become a subscriber. Just click the subscribe button down below. Then you'll see a little bell. Click that after, and then you'll be able to get notifications sent directly to your cell phone of when I post new content. You can be one of the very first people to review the new videos, like them, comment them on them, and share them. We'd like you to do all of those things to help the channel grow. I appreciate your support, so become a subscriber. Tell your friends.